Hi, this is Madison Drake, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a take on meatloaf. It's one of the recipes that I just came up with. Alright, so today we're going to start with beef. So I have about 3 pounds here because I'm going to make 2 separate meatloafs. You're going to take the meat and put it into the bowl. And I like to add everything I'm going to mix together in there first before I start mixing. And so next I'm going to go and add some cream corn. And so you just add, this is about 1 can. So I like to add that in. Alright, next I'm going to add in some oatmeal. So this is regular instant oatmeal. It gives it good texture. And so that was about 1 cup. And so next we're going to go to the ranch powder. And so I usually add like 1 package, so you just add it in there. Alright, so next we're going to move on to the eggs. Eggs are a really good binder, especially when you're making a meatloaf. And so I have some eggs here. So for 3 pounds of meat, I'm going to put 4 eggs. So that should be plenty. Add them in. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of milk. It just gives it a little more moisture. And so now we are going to move on to the seasonings before we start mixing. And so what I have here is some garlic salt. I like to add a little bit of garlic salt. You don't need much because of the ranch powder in there has salt in it. So I also have some just regular black pepper. So I just add probably about a teaspoon of it, not a lot. And so the last seasoning I'm going to add is soy sauce. I have sweet soy sauce here, but you can use regular salty soy sauce. So that's about a tablespoon of soy sauce. So now we're going to go in and mix. So I like to mix it with my hands. Okay. Alright, so we're on to the next step. And so what I'm going to do is I have my meat mixture already put together, so it should hold together pretty well. So what I do is just kind of take my hand and you kind of divide it in half, basically, in the bowl. And so you just have like a little indent. It just kind of helps you get the right portions. And so I'm going to take 1/2 and add it to the dish. And so you just take the meat mixture and add it into there. And as you get it into the dish, you kind of want to pat it down, make it even. And so this one we're just going to wait and set it aside. And so the next loaf we're going to make, we're going to add onions to it. And so I just take the second half of the loaf that we already have in here, and I have about 1/4 of a yellow onion diced. Add them in there. And so we're going to take our next dish and fill it up with the other mixture. The one with the onions is done, so I'm just going to set it on the pan. And so for the one without the onions, I am going to add ketchup to the top. There's no certain amount. You just add it to the top. And then I just like to take a spoon, doesn't really matter, you can use a knife even, and just spread it over the top. And so we already have our oven preheated to 400. And so now we're just going to put them in the oven. It takes about an hour to cook. Alright, so here we have the finished product. They are baked and already out of the oven. So one way that you can test to make sure your meatloaf is done is so you just take a little section and you cut it. And you can just kind of spread it with your knife. And if it isn't pink in the inside, it should be done. So, bon appetit!